Taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Down, ready, back 25.
It's our field. It's our field.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Ryan, and the catch is made by Justin Hardy. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Hardy, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 26.
Let them know, let them know. Watch that.
15. Finish the game. Finish the game.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mahomes going to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try
and now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun, it's Ryan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. On the toss, here's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10, watch 10.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 78 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. And sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Falcons 6.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
11.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36.
1st down, Atlanta.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
39-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. 25.
Check 53. Watch the floor. Watch the floor. Watch the floor.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan looking end zone for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And it's complete. Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
53, check 53. I'm
First down.
You
Now Ryan on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing again. Ryan. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on second down. Ryan. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Slip. Check 99. Check 99.
On second down, Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But it'll be second down. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so, and I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
59,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. On third down, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And some space here. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Mahomes firing complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the grab with Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the score. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Ryan now to throw on third down. Gets it off to Freeman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 40 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will get him one closer. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On second down, it's Williams.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Adrian Claiborne able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
This is taken at about the 14. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them to... And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Now it's Ryan. Flush to into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's taken down inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it second and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On the ground, this is Williams. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage in the final minute as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80.
45. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield. And
it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now what can Ryan do here in overtime? They'll roll him out right. He completes it to Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether we're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. A nice little juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.